So this is very exciting because these are very powerful. These can change your life. This has changed my life. The codes have changed my life. And so it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. And I like to treat this I like to have fun when I do this because I'm not a serious person. I'm a serious person, but I like to have fun. And since we do uncover some juicy stuff, I don't want it to be scary. This stuff is not scary. When I was working on myself and working through my trauma, I was just like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want any part of it. It was really scary to me. And so I kind of wish that more people were kind of like, yes, we're doing this. Like, let's get rid of it because this can be life-changing. You're not going to be the same person. And that is something to celebrate. We don't have to talk about your trauma. We don't have to relive your trauma. And you can heal from it. That's exciting. So we're going to be working with the subconscious mind today because the subconscious mind knows everything about you, everything you've done, seen, said, tasted, and it knows what little trinkets or souvenirs that you've collected from the past that's contributing to any physical, emotional, or mental symptoms in your body. So by doing this, I just welcome your subconscious mind over here and I do muscle testing here. I will not be able to read your mind. We're all connected. So everything in our body represents something. So there are good things that we're holding on to, and there are not so good things that we're holding on to. Balls of energy is what we're going to be identifying today. Now, this ball of energy could be the size of your fist, holds information. So it can hold an emotion. The emotion that you created from the past, you're still feeling. It's very dense. It's ooey gooey bagooey. It can be tied to a limiting belief. And it can sometimes, and it is tied to a memory. Sometimes it can create a limiting belief. And so you're holding this ball of energy or balls of energy, things from the past. You didn't know how to process and you decide to hold on to it because we're all hoarders. It's holding up space in our bodies, in your body, my body. And by doing that, we're living in the past. Our mind loves us so much that when we have emotional experience and we hold on to it, it wants us to survive. And so if it wants us to survive, it's going to create beliefs about the world around us, about ourselves and other people. So the first 7 years of our lives is probably the time we're most influenced by everything because we're soaking everything up. We have no ability to reason. And so when we see something, we see it as truth. We believe, depending on what you believe in, we believe that a man wearing a red suit came through a chimney and gave us presents and we didn't question it. So that's how influenced we can become because we just see things as truth. So the first 7 years of our lives, we are collecting beliefs. So we're going to use the D20s from D&D to make this more, to help you out. So in regards to the belief code, well, just in the codes in general, emotion code, body code, or belief code, we're collecting things, balls of energy. And so these represents limiting beliefs. So they're separate. Like this belief is probably I'm not worthy. This one is I'm not good enough. We absorb these the first 7 years of our lives. And so our subconscious mind is putting them in little containers. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Cool. So then we take these and we have a human experience. And so sometimes we experience something that we don't like. It hurts us. We create an emotion. We don't know what to do with the emotion, so we hold on to it. We don't let it go. So since this ball of energy is holding the emotion and tied to the memory, the mind will create a belief around it. And so you have a new belief, a limiting belief about the world. Now, sometimes it's separate. And sometimes it's a brand new belief. And so your subconscious mind will put it in a new bin. But if it is related to either I'm not good enough or I'm not worthy, it will add to it. It will add to this. Have another experience. Subconscious mind's like, this is kind of related to I'm not good enough. Puts it in there. Have another experience. That's really related to I'm not good enough. So then you have a bin full of beliefs and you can remove it. You can work on yourself and you can remove it, but you still have other beliefs contributing to I'm not good enough. So this represents your belief tree. So that's the belief code. We're going to be removing this. Now, emotion code, we focus on those emotions. The emotions you created, you didn't know what to do with, and you decided to hold on to them. Very powerful. Emotions are probably the most important thing to remove because that's the thing that created beliefs, holding on to memories and so forth. There are different types of emotions you can have in your body. We have common, which is yours, your business. We have absorb, so you absorb them into your body. You have shared, so you and another person or a group of people share the same emotion and they fuse together. They're like besties, like BBFs. Yeah, BBFs. Yes, that's right. And they're fused together. There are preconception. Yes, preconception. I always say I always say it wrong, but preconception, past lives. Inherited, get your baggage from your family members, your ancestors, and then prenatal, which is when you were in the womb. There are charts. There are 60 emotions that can be uncovered. Your subconscious mind is picking the closest one to it. There are tons and tons and tons of different emotions that we can experience, but our subconscious mind doesn't speak language, it speaks energy. So it's kind of look at the chart, be like, this ball of energy represents anxiety. And then we can uncover the age of when it occurred. So that's the emotion code. We kind of went over the belief code a little bit, but let's talk about the body code. Now, the body code has everything in it. It is everything about you, mind, body, and soul. We have limiting beliefs, we have emotions, we have belief systems, we have imbalances. So we focus on your mind. So anything that the subconscious mind has labeled as stranger danger, any beliefs about the world. And then we have imbalances. So anything that's a little off. Anything that's a little unhappy. We have toxins, so anything energetically, stress is technically a toxin. Maybe you have some energetic like poisons in you, like your physical body took care of it, but the life force of this toxin is still within you. We have pathogens, energetic or physical. I already discussed misalignments and nutrition and lifestyle. Within each category are subcategories within subcategories. So we're going to get very detailed as to what you're holding on to. Now, we're not going to get detailed into your business. I'm not digging up into your skeleton closet. Like I said, your subconscious mind speaks in energy. So it's going to look at all of its organization, all the filing cabinets, and it's going to relabel them that relates to the body code, the belief code, and the emotion code. And the belief code, what we're doing is we're finding the bins that has little statements, little beliefs within them that create this tree. There are different layers of the tree, which represents different layers of the mind. We start with the conscious mind. So these may manifest as thoughts or fears. And then we sweet talk our way to the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. We can't go full-blown unconscious mind. It just doesn't work that way. We have to sweet talk it. We have to be best friends with it. We have to gain its trust. And so each level represents the different levels of your mind. So we start with the conscious mind, which is the branches. We go to the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is the trunk. The roots are your unconscious mind. And if you're lucky, we have soil, which is something that was absorbed within you, and it is the foundation. And then so then after that, we gather all of those things, we identify the tree, we find the fuel source, remove it, we chop it down, and then we replace the subconscious gap, and we no longer have that belief system. Very powerful. Belief systems hit different, so there's probably going to be a processing period.